So you've got no credit history? That's actually great news. You're not starting from a bad place, you're starting with a completely blank slate. And building a strong financial identity from scratch just takes a smart playbook. So if you're ready to go from a zero credit history to a great score, you are in exactly the right place. Let's get right into it.
First, let me ask you something. Are you financially invisible? I know, it sounds a little dramatic, right? But here's the thing. If you don't have a credit history, that's pretty much how lenders, landlords, and even some employers see you.
And if that sounds like you, listen up. You are so not alone. A staggering 28 million Americans are credit invisible, meaning they have no credit file at all. On top of that, another 21 million are considered unscorable just because their file is too thin. This isn't some tiny issue, it's a huge shared challenge.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll start by unpacking the whole credit invisible problem. Then we'll dive into the foundational plays to get you started. We're going to level up by showing you how to use bills you're already paying. I've got a super important warning about a common credit trap you need to avoid. And finally, we'll map out a realistic timeline for your whole journey. Okay, so what does it actually mean to be credit invisible? And more importantly, why is it such a big deal? Let's break that down.
You know, your credit history reaches into so many parts of your life. It's not just about getting a credit card. It's the key to getting a car loan, a mortgage, or even just getting approved for an apartment. It dictates the interest rates you'll pay, and a good score can literally save you thousands of dollars. It can even affect your car insurance rates, and believe it or not, some job prospects.
Here's probably the best way to think about it. Your credit history is your financial resume. That's it. When lenders look at you, they're scanning this resume to see if you're reliable. If you don't have one, it's like showing up to an interview with a blank piece of paper. They have nothing to go on, which makes you a way bigger risk. Okay, so how do you actually build that resume from scratch? Let's get into your first place. These are the 3 fundamental tools to get you in the game.
All right, here are your 3 core options. Get a secured credit card, become an authorized user, or use a credit builder loan. Now, you don't have to do all 3, but picking 1 or 2 is a really powerful way to get started.
First up, the secured card. This is probably the most common starting point. It's really simple. You give the bank a small refundable cash deposit, let's say $200, and they give you a credit card with a $200 limit. Because your own money is the security deposit, it's super low risk for the bank, which makes it perfect for beginners. Next, you can become an authorized user. This is where you kind of piggyback on someone else's great credit. A trusted friend or a family member with a long, positive credit history adds you to their account. And here's the cool part. Their responsible payment history can actually get copied onto your credit report, giving you a massive head start. Just be absolutely sure their financial habits are rock solid, because their mistakes could hurt you too. And finally, there's the credit builder loan. Now, this one sounds a little backward, I know, but it's incredibly effective. The bank puts a small loan into a locked savings account for you. Then you make small monthly payments. Once you've paid it all off, that money is released to you. Its entire purpose is just to create a record of consistent, on-time payments for the credit bureaus.
Okay, so once you've got your foundation set, it is time to level up. The great thing about the modern credit world is that you can get credit for responsible payments you're already making every single month.
This is a total game changer. For years, your single biggest monthly bill, your rent, was just invisible to the credit bureaus. But newer scoring models are way smarter. They're designed to look at this kind of alternative data. That means your on-time rent, utility, and even phone payments can finally help build your score.
So how do you make those payments count? With rent reporting services, as you can see, there are a bunch of options, some free, some with a fee. But the golden ticket feature to look for is retroactive reporting. This can add up to 2 years of your past on-time rent payments to your file, giving you an immediate boost.
And it's not just rent. Free services like Experian Boost let you link your bank account to add things like your utility bills, your cell phone, and even your streaming subscriptions to your Experian credit file. There are even new digital checking accounts designed to help you build credit without you ever having to take on debt.
All right, before we get to the timeline, I have to give you a critical warning. As you start building credit, you're going to get offers, especially from retail stores, and you're going to see these tempting 0% interest deals. But many of them are hiding a very costly trap.
It's called deferred interest. Now, unlike a true 0% APR offer where no interest is building up, a deferred interest plan is quietly calculating interest from day one. And here's the kicker. If you fail to pay off every single penny of the balance by the deadline, that entire mountain of back interest gets dumped onto your account all at once.
And hey,
don't just take my word for it. Ted Rossman, an analyst over at Bankrate, puts it really plainly. Even if you think you can pay it off, just stay away. The risk is just too high. Just look at this example to see how dangerous this can be. Imagine you buy an $800 item on a deferred interest plan. You are diligent, you pay off $799, leaving just $1. Well, with deferred interest, you'll get hit with a retroactive interest charge of around $55, calculated on the entire original $800. With a true 0% APR card, you'd only owe about 2 cents on that remaining dollar. It's a massive difference.
It's a trap for so many reasons. The average store card has a sky-high interest rate, almost 33%. The minimum payments are usually designed so that you won't pay off the balance in time. And, well, life happens. An unexpected expense can easily derail your plan. A study by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau found that over 40% of consumers with subprime credit get caught, making it a system that really hits the most vulnerable people the hardest. So, you've got the tools and you know the traps to avoid. The final question is, how long does all of this take? Let's look at a realistic timeline.
The number one thing to know is that building credit is a marathon, not a sprint. For the first 6 months, your only goal is to get enough activity reported for a FICO score to even be generated. After that, with about a year of perfect payments, you can definitely build a good score, maybe in the 600s or low 700s. But breaking into that excellent 750-plus territory, that takes multiple years of being consistent and responsible.
So if you only take one thing away today, let it be this: consistency is king. One account with a perfect payment history is infinitely better than 5 accounts with a few missed payments. Paying on time, every time, is the single most important thing you can do to build a great score.
In the end, it all comes back to this. Your credit profile is your financial resume, and you are the one writing it. You have the tools, you have the strategy. The only question left is, what story will you build?